So in exercise 1.3 already we have completed 7 questions. Now we are going to the 8th one. A function f is defined by f of x equal to 3 minus 2x. Find x such that f of x square equal to f of x the whole square. So our f of x is 3 minus 2x. It is given in the question. Next, when we square it, so only we have to change the x to x square, not the whole thing. Okay, only x square will be changed. Already 3 minus 2x we have given in the question f of x. Now we are squaring it the whole. Now we get 3 minus 2x square equal to 3x square minus 2 into 3 into 2x plus minus 2x the whole square. Now we get 3 minus 2x equal to 9 minus 12x plus 4x square. When we bring 9, it will become minus 9 this side, and when we bring minus 12x this side, it will become plus 12x, and when we bring 4x square this side, it will become minus 4x square. That is equal to 0. Now we get minus 6x square plus 12x equal to 0. When we divide it by minus 6, we will get, when I divide it by minus 6, I will get this equation, x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. And when I factorize it, I will get x into x minus 1 in minus 1 into x minus 1 equal to 0. So x values will be 1 and 1. So next I am going to the 9th question. A plane is flying at a speed of 500 km per hour. Express the distance d travelled by the plane as function of time t in hours. So speed is given 500 km per hour and distance is d kilometer and time is t hour. Speed equal to distance by time. And when we want to find distance, we'll just cross multiply speed and time. So distance d equal to 500 into t and f of t equal to 500t. This is our function. So our 10th question is, the data in the adjacent table depicts the length of a woman's forehand under corresponding height. Based on this data, a student finds a relationship between the height y and the forehand length x as y equal to ax plus b, where a comma b are constants. First we have to check if the relation is a function, and second part we have to find a and b, and third part find the height of a woman whose forehand length is 40 centimeter. Fourth part, find the length of a forehand of a woman if her height is 53.3 inches. So my x set is forehand length and my y set is the woman's height. So now it is a ordered pair, 35, 56, 45, 65, 50, 69.5 and 55 and 74. So in this, every element in x has a unique image in y, so it is a function. And in second part, our condition is y equal to ax plus b. If I'm taking x as 35 and y value as 56, that is, I'm taking the first values of x and y. When I substitute the values of x and y in this equation, I will get 56 equal to a into 35 plus b, that is 35a plus b equal to 56. This is our first equation. Then if I take x equal to 45 and y value as 65, that is, I am taking the second values of x and y. And when I substitute it in this equation, I will get 65 equal to a into 45 plus b, that is 65 equal to 45a plus b. So 45a plus b equal to 65. This is our second equation. So when we solve the equation 1 and 2, I will get a equal to 9 by 10. Just I am converting this to decimal form, a equal to 0.9. So when I substitute the value of a in equation number 1, I will get 35 into 0.9 plus b equal to 56. So 31.5 plus b equal to 56. b equal to 56 minus 31.5 and b equal to 24.5. So in third part, x is given as 40 centimeter. We are just going to find y. And you already know the condition, y equal to ax plus b, and already you know the values of a and b, 0.9 and 24.5. We are substituting x, a and b values in this equation. We get y equal to 0.9 into 40 plus 24.5, that is y equal to 36 plus 24.5, that is y equal to 65 inches. And in fourth part, I'm given the height 53.5 inches. I'm going to find x. So the condition already you know, y equal to ax plus b, and when I substitute the values of a, b and y, I'll get 53.3 minus 24.5 equal to 0.9x. So x will be 28.8 by 0.9 into 10 by 10. Just I'm bringing the decimals out. I'll get 288 by 9, that is 32 centimeters. Our next topic is about representation of functions. Here, a function may be represented by a set of ordered pairs, a table form, an arrow diagram, a graphical form. So, let f equal to a to b be a function. So, our set of ordered pairs will be the set f equal to x comma y, where y equal to f of x and x belongs to a, of all ordered pairs represent a function. So when I represent it in a table form, the values of x and the values of their respective images under f can be given in the form of a table. Arrow diagram. An arrow diagram indicates the elements of the domain f and their respective images by means of arrows. Then graph. The ordered pairs of the collection f equal to x comma y and y equal to f of x, where x belongs to a, are plotted as the points in the xy plane. The graph of f is the totality of all such points. So here is a line given. It is very, very important. Every function can be represented by a curve in graph, but not every curve drawn in a graph will represent a function. We can find if a curve in the graph is representing a function by a vertical line test. So what should we do in this? A curve drawn in a graph represents a function if every vertical line intersects the curve at most one point. So now let me go to an illustration, that is example number 1.10. So using vertical line test, determine which of the following curves A, B, C and D represent a function. So you can see the graph 1. This line touches the curve at 2 points. You can see these two are the points. So this is not representing a function, this curve. And in the second graph, the vertical line is not at all touching the curve at any points. And in third graph, the curve is touched by the vertical line at only one point, and this is this. So this graph is representing a function. And also in fourth graph, the vertical line touches the curve at only one point. So this too is representing a function.